So I moved from Roblox Studio to Unreal Engine because Unreal Engine has animated materials and Roblox Studio doesn't. Now, if you're gonna tell me that that's not worth it, I will find. So since I'm new to Unreal Engine, I need to start with creating a game. Now, usually when I create a game, I would start with creating a layout for how we want a level to be. But since we're creating shadows, here's a game that already exists on Roblox, I don't need to do any of that. So I began with opening up Roblox Studio and looking at how all the walls were in that game and then recreating it into my game. Except there's one problem. I've never used Unreal Engine before, so I turned to my good friend YouTube and looked for a tutorial. 5 hours? So after a few hours of looking at the progress bar to see how much suffering I had left, I had finally finished the tutorial and could now get started on recreating Shadow Seekers in Unreal Engine 5. Now that I finished my wall model, I needed some textures for it, so I turned to my good friend Polyhaven this time in search of some textures. One session of connecting lines together later, and I have some materials that look pretty nice. I should probably explain what this purple stuff on the wall is. So basically, I feel that some games are a little too similar to others, so I decided to take a little inspiration from Half-Life Alyx and create my own version of their alien growing thing. By which I mean hippity hoppity, your concept art is now my property. Now that I was done with the first room, I needed to create some more. So first I went to Polyhaven to steal some more textures, and then I started on a freezer. But this freezer was kind of small, so I made another one that's about 2 times as big. Then I made a bunch of storage areas, then I made your room and a few hallways. Yo, what? Who's knocking on my door at this time?